What's good, everybody? It's your boy First Degree back at y'all with another video. And before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you have been enjoying the content. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the videos we got coming out. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it. Should Travis Hunter of the Colorado Buffaloes won the Heisman? Let's talk about it. So last night, we had a pretty controversial award ceremony. It was pretty much a two-man race for the college football Heisman between Travis Hunter and Ashton Gianti. And both, I mean, let's be real. Let's just be honest here. Both had really good arguments. Both had really good arguments on about who should have won the Heisman. In my opinion, personally, I'm gonna just come flat out. The right man won. All right, I think the right man won. Travis Hunter, he's been having an elite level season on both sides of the football, which is pretty much unprecedented, something that you never really see out in the football realm, whether it's college, whether it's the pros. And Travis Hunter, he's been doing it all on both sides of the ball, and I think he should have won it pretty easily. Now, Ashton Janty, let's just look at some of what he did this year because before I get into Travis Hunter, because he's done a phenomenal job himself. I mean, Boise State. Sorry about that. Boise State, they've been having a phenomenal season this year. I mean, and it's off him pretty much carrying the entire load. I mean, he's pretty much the entire offense dang near to a point. I mean, let's just look over what he's done. He's first in running back yards, rushing yards amongst all running backs. He's tied for first with 29 touchdowns, which is crazy. He's got 2,497 yards. He's only 132 yards away, if he can get it in this playoffs from Barry Sanders' football record, which would be an insane thing to break, even with the more games and stuff like that. It's still a crazy feat. Shout out to Ashton Gianti for that. Earned his team a first round bye, and his team has a 12-1 record in the in the MW conference. So I mean, he's been killing it. There's no argument from me there. I don't, I could get into the average yards per carry, but when you look at the stats, there's a whole bunch of guys with inflated numbers because they only rushed the ball like one or two times and had like one good run or something like that. So I don't really want to get into average yards. But among the consistent runners, he was one of the tops at 7.3 average yards per carry on 344 carries. So he's the workhorse back. But for me, that's just still not enough to beat out Travis Hunter and what he's doing. Travis Hunter, he's on the defensive side alone. I mean, he's fourth place tied, with a lot of people with pass defenses at 11. The most pass defenses all year someone had was like 17. He's tied fourth in interceptions. In the ranking for interceptions, they'll say eighth on the stat sheet, but it's the fourth most. He's tied with a bunch of guys there with 4 picks. He's got 20 solo tackles and he's got 32 total tackles. So I mean, the guy is a top 5, defensive back pretty much in college football. And that's just not to mention what he's doing on the receiving side of the ball. The guy's, top 5 in receiving receptions at 92. He's top 6 in receiving yards at 1,152. And he's second in most touchdowns at 14. So that should just show you. And he has a rushing touchdown as well. So, I mean, he's doing it. He's doing everything everywhere. And, the Colorado Buffalo, he helped lead them along with Shedeur Sanders, one of the best quarterbacks in the country as well, to a 9-3 record, right? So, I mean, Travis Hunter, he's pretty much doing it anywhere. He's looking like his coach was in the NFL, looking like Deion Sanders out there. But, I mean, seriously, the guy's top 5 on both sides of the ball. And, if you took him away from one side, he'd probably still win the Heisman because the stats would probably go up. If he only played defense, he'd probably have like 7 picks and like, I don't know, 20 pass defenses or something like that. Or, even more tackles. Or if he only played receiving, he'd probably be first in every single stat. But he's playing both sides of the ball. He's killing it. He's at elite level on both sides. He's top 5 on both sides. I don't really think, playing one side of the ball isn't enough for me. And not only that, he plays in a much better conference, right? I mean, even if you compare Ashton Gianti, Bryson Daly, he had like 61 less carries, right? He didn't have nearly as many yards as Ashton Gianti. He only had like, I want to say like, something around like 1,500 maybe, something like that. But he had the same amount of touchdowns on 61 less carries. So, I mean, there's still other running backs that are comparable to him, right? And then along with that, let's just be real. The MW conference compared to the Big 12 conference sucks. Let's just be honest. The conference is not that good. Conference is really just not, their overall record is 71-76, right? Colorado Buffalo, their record in their conference is 7-2. You know, Boise State's record 7-0. So not only did Buffalo's play more games, but they won. He won. Travis Hunter's team won the same amount of games as Ashton Jeanty. So the whole he led his team to a playoff record. You know, that's a little it's a little pretentious. He's in a much worse conference than Travis Hunter is. The overall record in the Big 12 conference is 108 to 86. So I mean, their conference is overall a lot better. You know, they got like 3 teams that have at least 4 teams that have at least 9+ wins, and I think Boise State is the only team in their conference with 9+ wins at 12, right? I think another team has like 8 wins or something like that. So yeah, the conference just isn't even that good in comparison. So, you know, he's playing in a much better conference. His team's conference record is still comparable to Ashton Jeanty. So the whole, his team earned a first round bye argument's not really all that good. You know, he's close to Barry Sanders' record, sure, but look what Travis Hunter's doing. He's doing on both sides of the ball. Top 5 wide receiver, top 5 defensive back, and he'd probably be number 1 on both if he only dedicated his, job to only playing one side of the ball. He's literally carrying the team, helping carry the team on both sides of the ball. That's pretty much all I had for today. Yes, I think Travis Hunter easily deserves the Heisman. I think it's no question. I think he's the best player in college football. And let's be real, he's probably going to be the number 1 overall pick. You know, even if everyone was eligible, I don't know the eligibility status. I'm pretty sure Ashton Jeanty could go to the NFL if he wants to right now. Let's be real. He's most likely getting picked first overall, unless the team just desperately needs a franchise quarterback, which, a few teams probably do. There's usually at least 2 or 3 teams every year that needs a franchise QB. But as far as best player available, it's Travis Hunter. Whether you want to put him on defense, whether you want to put him on offense, he might do both in the NFL too, like Deion Sanders. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. Let me know. Am I tripping? Should Travis Hunter have not won the Heisman? Should Ashton Jeanty have won? Or do you have some weird dark horse who you think should have won? I think if you say anybody else, you're just probably delusional. But yeah, Travis Hunter definitely my pick for the Heisman. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Your thoughts on the whole award. Do you think it's controversial? Do you think both guys had a case? Do you think I'm just out of my mind and don't know anything about college football and that Travis Hunter should have lost? Just comment below, let me know. It'd be nice to chop it up with you guys. But yeah, that's all I got for today in this video. Yeah, man, we'll talk about some more, especially with college football playoffs coming up. I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about. The games, I'm sure, will be amazing as usual. College football playoffs are always great. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for making it this far in this video, hearing me ramble on and on. This is what I just like to do here at First Degree Sports. But yeah, man, you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.